Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I don't usually go on YouTube other than to watch little YouTube videos that aren't my own. But this week I had a huge jump. Randomly, I went from 10,000 subscribers to 150,000. So my little brain is jumping up and down because I'm very freaking excited and I've always wanted to grow on YouTube of all places. So this is really fun for me. And I was like, oh, I kind of want to make an actual YouTube video and answer questions or something, but I didn't know exactly what to do. I have over 300 questions here. I'm going to be answering your deepest, darkest questions. Just kidding. I'm just going to be answering questions about myself, my life, my family, little questions that you guys had, and I hope you enjoy. When did you know you were in love with your boyfriend? That's a great question. So I knew from right at the beginning, right when I first saw my boyfriend. We've been dating for 6 years at this point. And we met in high school. I was in freshman year and he was a sophomore. And we always had the same lunch period together. And I remember seeing him because we've made eye contact a few times before, but I remember seeing him this one day in the lunchroom. And I was literally watched him go by. He had this slick back black hair. And he would always wear these Adidas pants and this black jacket. He was given emo to the core. He was beautiful, bright blue eyes. I was like, oh, okay, this man's interesting. And right when I saw him, I was like, that man's gonna be mine. I literally knew in my heart, I was like, we are going to make love. I was like, that's gonna be my plan. And we've been making love for the past 6 years. So it worked. Did you come out, or were you always open about your sexuality to the people around you? I've always been a very open person. I have 2 gay uncles, a gay brother, and a lot of LGBTQ plus influence in my life with family friends and other extended family members. So it's always been a thing that I've known about. I didn't come out until I was 9th grade. That was my freshman year, when I met my boyfriend, and that's when I came out. But to my friends and the people around me, at school and stuff, they all knew since I was 7th grade-esque. Yeah, 7th grade, I think, is when my best friend Stevie found out. That's what I'm basing it off of, is when Stevie found out. So I've been out for quite a while. Where were you September 5th, 2017? I don't know. Are you gay? Yes, I am very gay. But I like to say I'm more pan because I don't necessarily only love men. I feel attraction to everybody, if that makes sense. But I'm in a very committed relationship with my boyfriend. So for the moment, I'll say I'm very gay. Are you Bella Swan? Yeah. How did you get into content creating? I got into content creating back in 2019, January 2019, very early on in TikTok. That's when I started creating, and this is when TikTok was oh, nobody wants to be on TikTok. This is cringy or whatever. But I was using the popular sounds and everything. My first viral video was actually with my mom, and I made her say a word, and it was Mike, who, chi, Harry, right? And if you say that really fast, it makes it sound like a funny word. And that got viral within the first 24 hours. Me and my boyfriend were walking through Target, and I looked at my phone and it had 7,000 views. And I was like, oh my God, I've made it, but I didn't. But from then on, I just always had followers on TikTok, but it would always grow in really small amounts. But I just started making content because I was bored, and I've always wanted to be a content creator because I love YouTubers and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what? Let me make some funny videos because I think I'm funny. What made you get into acting / video making? So I've always been an actor. I act like I like people 24/7. I act like I'm not crazy. But I started acting when I was in 6th grade, and that was in my middle school theater and stuff, and I just fell in love with musical theater from then on. And I went to college for musical theater for 2 years, but then I was like, you know what, let me drop out of college and pursue social media because things were looking up and things have been really great. So I'm glad I dropped out when I did, because I don't think my social media platforms would be where they are right now if I was still in school or doing school things over the summer, because I was out at the farm and I was being able to make content that I really loved, which is the skits and stuff. So I was really able to branch out from there. What got me into video making? It was basically just the idea that like I could go viral and like really fast. Like if you post enough, one will go viral eventually. So I was like, oh my God, like I want to go viral. I want something like that to happen. I've always just been obsessed with social media and like YouTube and Instagram, like all those people like Kim Kardashian and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, like I kind of want to like make my own videos, but I made videos only using popular sounds, like never really my voice. Up until like the past like 2 years, that's when I started doing like original content. And that I really find like pleasure in creating like original content now, because like there's so many ideas I have in my head as like an actor and director and playwriter, because like I took a playwriting class. I'm not a playwright, but I fell in love with the process of playwriting. Somebody asked on here that I was scrolling through them and they were like, do you write your own skits? And I was like, yeah. Who do you think I am? I'm not SNL. I'm not like, I don't have anybody to write for me. How do you get over breakups? That's a great question. And I wouldn't know. I've never had to break up with anybody because I've been with the person I love very much for the past 6 years. Very privileged to say. But no, I've never broken up with anybody. Good luck, I don't know. What would you recommend other aspiring influencers to do as they begin creating content? Don't try to be somebody else. Like you can have inspirations. Like I have a bunch of inspirations on TikTok. And just like inspirations and like acting, like Jim Carrey, and like I love Medea so much. And I take inspirations from them as like their facial expressions and like how they act and stuff. So I would just say like, don't try to be the person you're inspired by. Be you, but just be inspired by them, if that makes sense. Like if there's something you love about them, make it your own. And that's what I do with all my stuff, because like I like doing a lot of skits that are like impersonating people and stuff, and I'm like, okay, like how can I like quote like bring Fiona Gallagher and Justin into one person, because like Fiona Gallagher is already loved by like millions, love Shameless, but Justin's only loved by a few people. Let's like grind them together and make a new person. Basically be original. How many followers do you think you'll be able to reach in the next year? I don't know. My goal at the beginning of this year was to hit 700,000, because I started the year off at 500K on TikTok. And now I'm at like 1.4 million on TikTok. So, I have no idea where I'm going to be, because at this point, like anything could happen. I really have no idea where I'll be, but hopefully I'll still be here. You have a very big mouth. I know, okay? Do you base your characters off of people you know? No, but I base my characters off of like very big stereotypes in movies. Like I love watching movies and TV shows and stuff like that. And so like when I'm watching a movie and I see a character and the way they act, I'm like, oh, like that would be funny as like a whole skit. This is a good example. I was watching Freedom Writers and I was like, okay, this teacher's like really trying hard. And I was like, that's what inspired me to do my teacher skit, was Freedom Writers. And then I was like, okay, like let's look up other like videos or other movies that have teachers in them, and like let's like take from each of them and make them my own. I grew up in North Carolina. I'm still here in North Carolina. Raleigh gang. Raleigh gang, North Carolina. What kind of music do you listen to? I listen to every type of genre there is. Like I grew up very like diverse in the music that I listen to. Like my stepdad, he loves bluegrass music, very like country music. My sister, she loves rap music. My other sister, she loves pop music and musical theater just like me. My mom she's obsessed with like the 70s and 80s because that's when she grew up. But ideally, I love listening to musical theater. Musical theater is like my go-to. I love musical theater too. I'm a musical theater gay to the core. I'm a theater kid to the core. Who or what got you to do what you do today? Myself. Have you studied acting before? I have. I was a BFA musical theater major at a small college in North Carolina for 2 years, and I had an amazing time, but things just got turned upside down and stuff on social media started taking off, and I was like, you know what? Like, I'd rather spend the money that I'm spending on college in an apartment and doing what I actually love and what I want to do when I drop out of college, because like, why am I going to be in college if I'm already doing what I want to do, you know? That don't make sense. Do you have any siblings? Yes. I have 3 siblings. I'm the youngest of 4. We all have matching tattoos to show it. It's so cute. I have an older brother, Andrew, another older sister, Jessica, and then the youngest older sister, Caitlin, but I'm the youngest. Me, Justin. If you were an animal, what would you be? I've always been obsessed with wolves, so I would probably be a wolf. Or no, I want to be something that flies. I'd be an eagle. A bald eagle, so you can't kill me. Do you have a crush? I do. His name's Noah Beckham, Benny Hacker. I love them. Do you see resemblance to Pete Davidson? I do. I see it. I get it. It's been a stick ever since I started social media in like 2019. They literally, like, so many people always on my videos, it's like, oh my God, you look like Pete Davidson. I'm like, thank you. I think that's a good thing, because he's cute. He's dated Kim Kardashian, Ariana Grande, these hot girls. Like, he's definitely got something going for him. So I see the resemblance mostly in the eyes. Like, I feel like we both have, like, sunken eyes. What are your thoughts on zombie apocalypse? I am obsessed with zombies. Literally obsessed with zombies. I love The Walking Dead, Z Nation, Zombieland, Night of the Living Dead. I don't know. But I love all zombie movies. Like, I'm a zombie fiend. I love zombies, and I hope the zombie apocalypse happens because I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna be ready. And I will be the new Rick Grimes. Yeah. Okay. Do you live at the farm or do you just visit? I just visit. I lived out at the farm over the summer, from like July to August or whatever, or no, from like June to August. But I don't live out there. So like, that's why like farm content is only every so often, because like it takes like an hour to get out there. And then like, I also want to spend time with my family. How many first graders could you take on in a fight? I literally just saw a Family Guy video about this. 800 easily. How do I always stay so happy? That's a great question. I fake it. I'm an actor. And I'm also on antidepressants. So that's how I do that. Have you ever thought about auditioning for SNL? Yes. I've been talking about it with my manager. That is like one of my big goals in the coming like year is to like audition or like even be noticed by SNL, because I love Saturday Night Live. Can you bark like a chihuahua? No. What's your favorite flower? Daisies, because my best friend's name is Daisy. When is your birthday? My birthday is March 3rd, 2003. 030303, baby. But yeah, my birthday's March 3rd. I'm gonna be 21 next year. Do you do celebrity impressions? Yes. The question right after this is, can you do Jennifer Coolidge? I'm gonna give you both right now. Hi. What is my favorite movie? The Titanic. Yeah, there's nothing I feel. What's my favorite TV show? I love The Boys universe on Amazon Prime. Like Gen V, I'm obsessed with that new show. And The Boys, it's amazing. Superheroes gone bad. Really hardcore, really cool, really great story, really great characters. It's a great show. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. Aren't you the guy from the Mr. Beast video? Yes, I was in a Mr. Beast video. It was 100 boys versus 100 girls. I'm only in it like 3 times because there was 200 people there the whole time, but I stayed the whole time. I was one of 30 boys to stay the whole time, and we lost by like 4 people. It was the greatest experience I've ever been a part of, but I did miss my uncle's funeral for it. So, and we didn't win. But I had a great time like meeting Mr. Beast and like Carl Jacobs and Chris and all of them. I love them so much. I love Mr. Beast. That's like the straightest thing I've ever said. But I'm obsessed with Mr. Beast and the whole Mr. Beast gang and all his videos. Like I've been obsessed since like 2016. So, do you actually act like the main character? Yeah. Why wouldn't I? I think it's important to be a main character in your own life. Because if you're a side character in your own life, what are you doing? Why am I always wild? I don't know. I don't know if it's the undiagnosed ADHD that I have, or if I'm trying to like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, I've answered a lot of questions. There was over 300 questions submitted. So I didn't answer all of them, but I promise you I've looked at all of them, and I love you guys so much for asking these questions. Like, I never want like anyone who follows me to like think like I don't see them or like they're not like relevant to me, because I see every message, I see every comment, I see every question, and I already have like 30 minutes of filming right here, so I'm like, I was trying to make this less than 10 minutes, but I overthought how many people would actually ask questions. But just know, I appreciate you being here and watching this video and asking me questions and supporting my life and what I love doing. My only goal as like a content creator is to make people laugh, whether it's at me or with me. Like, I just think laughing is so healing, and it's like, just like, I love laughing so much. So like that's just my biggest goal in life, is just to entertain people and make them happy. So I appreciate you being here and watching this video, my first like real video. Like, we are 150,000 subscribers strong on YouTube, which is crazy. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. Peace out, Pookies. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.